You guys, crisis averted. I got so scared. Usually when I drop the girls off at practice, then I have to pull over somewhere and I find an area to do Good Morning Sunshine that actually has reception. And then I couldn't find a go live button. There was no go live button. Unless I'm blind, which ties right into everything we're going to talk about. But really, I was like, what am I going to do without Facebook Live? And I had this moment where I was like, I'm going to have to figure this out. Like, do I start going Instagram Live? Do I do YouTube videos? Because I love talking to people, but then how's that going to work? Oh, I just freaked out for a hot minute, but it's still here. So this morning, Christine, Leanne, good morning, my sunshines. I have so much gratitude for Facebook Live because otherwise, how would I get to talk to you guys? Like when you get something taken away, that's when you really find your gratitude, even if it was only for, I think it was like 4 minutes where I got scared. Okay, good morning, sunshines. How are you guys doing? We are doing what Jace just called Miracle Sunshine. I was like, well, that sounds awesome. But it's our miracle morning together, right? Good morning, Patty. Good morning, Christy. Thank you so much for last night. It was so much fun. We did our Women, Wine, and Inspiration again last night with some new people, you guys. It was amazing. And look, wait, hold on. Look, I'll show you guys what I made. Well, now I have my hair tied to it because this is what I do. But check that out. Boom! Flow. All right there. I didn't have to figure that conundrum out. Anyways, we get together, we practice our miracle morning, we practice a positive routine, we work towards something. Some of you guys do your miracle morning on your own, some of you don't, you just join it with me, which is perfect. So say good morning sunshine when you jump on, and then give me something that you're grateful for. So if you're in a position where you can write on here, a lot of you just like scroll the video to the bottom and keep scrolling Facebook or keep doing what you're doing and don't even watch. That's perfect too. I don't do anything miraculous except for kind of spaz out up here. So listen how it works for you, but interact if you can. Good morning, Brittany. Share with me something you're grateful for. Maybe it's also Facebook Live today. I don't know, the actual ability to go live. Good morning, Rebecca. How are you guys? Okay. It is Thursday. So on Thursday, within the realm of our savers, our silence, affirmation, visualization, exercise, reading, and scribing, we share our exercise and what you did last and what you're doing next. And real quick, I just want to jump in on this for a slight second. I was doing my run yesterday, so it was awesome. My parents said they would watch Quincy so I could go out without the stroller and really get into my head. And something, you guys, every single time that I do this, run or walk or whatever, but when you decide to combine your visualization and your like that mindset, that quietness, when you decide to join that with getting endorphins going in your body with exercise, there's something freaking amazing that happens. So if you guys aren't exercising, I encourage you to start doing something, right? And if you are, I encourage you to try some silence during your exercise and see what it feels like. Now, if you're in the gym, like doing reps and sets and counting in it and whatever, your brain's already going to be distracted, so don't worry about that. But if you're doing a monotonous workout of any sort, try to quiet your mind. Like if you're on an elliptical, if you're on stairs, if you're out doing cardio, where you can just go, just see what that feels like. Okay, I can see clearly now. Jace, you want to come sing with me? The rain is gone. He doesn't want to. He put his headphones in because he's like, oh my gosh, here goes my mom again. Here's what happened, you guys. Jace Warren, that's my baby boy. Not my baby boy, but my baby boy. In like 5th grade, I'm not sure what grade, Grandpa was like, I feel like he squints a lot. And he took him in, and surely enough, my son needed glasses. And I'm the mom that didn't even know. We were just talking about it yesterday that like it was crazy because then his grades started to change. I mean, he could see the board. I didn't know that he couldn't see the board. He didn't know that he couldn't see the board. He thought that's how people saw. Right? So he started his whole journey of having glasses at that point. Now we take him in for his annual or biannual exam. So we go in a couple days ago to have his eyes done. And I had just pulled you guys and asked you about those blue lights, right? The blue light glasses that have been popping up in my feed all over. Because when I'm looking at like the screen here, like my head can kind of start to hurt. Even if I'm looking at the TV that's a little bit further away, like my eyes are just kind of jumbly. And I'm like, concussion, like that was a big thing after my concussion. It just is what it is, but maybe those blue light glasses would help. So we go to the doctor, the eye doctor. Jace does this test. They're like, he's got to get even a little bit higher of a script because one eye is getting worse than the other or whatever. whatever. So we get his done. We're picking out glasses. And then my daughter's like, well, maybe we could just get those blue light glasses here, Mom. And I was like, well, yeah, that'd be cool. Like, no problem. And we're looking at them. And then I start thinking about this. So they did like a kind of a test for me where I was 20/25. So this eye, this ojo, doesn't see quite as good as the other ojos, which I can kind of tell when I do this. There's going to be a point, you guys. Don't worry. There's always a point. And I was like, if I need to get a script, should I just get a script? So it takes my daughter, by the way, to point out the fact that she's like, Mom, why don't you just get a test done right now while we're here? Because you won't come back. Like, life is going to get busy. You're going to make an excuse, blah, 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 and you're not going to come back. Like, let's just go back and just do your test. So I was like, okay, daughter, like, you're right? So we go back and we do my test. And yes, it's 20/25. The girl was like estimated, and she estimated exactly correctly. But then my astigmatism, not stigmatism. It's not astigmatism. It's astigmatism. I don't know. I got really confused with the words at first, you guys, because all I do is see commercials about it and I don't know anything about it. Anyways, my eyes are oddly shaped, which means that when I'm looking at things, and they're both different, and they're like, it's I don't know what the words mean, what a 175 means or whatever. I don't know what it even means. But I know that like the words get all blurry. So like Brittany's name right now, like she's got that, but she's got like shadows behind it. Like, you know, when you're doing like a photo and you do the really cool shadow boxes, that's how my eyes see, right? So it's kind of like dances and it's all fuzzy. Long story short, I go over and she's like, well, what would you want? Contacts or glasses? I'm like, well, I just want to see if I need anything. Which she's like, well, yeah, you need something. And I was like, okay, so you're sure? Like, and then I was like, well, I don't really know. Do I do contacts? Do I do glasses? Like, how bad is it? And she's like, well, let me go through and we'll see exactly where you're at, and then I can tell you. So she puts these little things on. You look so cool, you guys. She puts these little things on, and then you're looking at this thing, and it's looking over here, and then she's having like, it's better, worse, better, worse, better, worse. And you guys, something freaking amazing happened. Okay, so I see like the letters, and I'm like trying to read them, and then they get a little bit better, and then they get a little bit better, and then like freaking crisp as shit. Like, I can see clearly now the rain is coming. Like, it was awesome. Like, all of a sudden, like, they got better, and then they got better, and then they got, like, better. And all of the lines were, like, straight, and it wasn't any, like, blurry motion behind them like this. Like, it was just, an A was an A, right? The E was an E, not maybe an F. Like, it was, like, an E, definitively an E. And I was like, wow. Like, I was, like, seriously, like, oh, my God. And I think my words were, that's beautiful. And she just starts laughing because, like, I can see the letters. And here's the crazy part about it, you guys. Before this, I didn't know that I couldn't see the letters. I didn't know. Like, I knew that maybe something felt a little bit off. Like, I was getting a little bit of headaches. I was blaming other things. But when I saw clearly for the first time, it was freaking unbelievable. I was like, this is gorgeous. Right? And then like the crazy part is that they like send you out like, okay, now pick out your glasses. It's probably better for astigmatism than having contacts. So grab a couple pairs of glasses. And then like you get all jacked up about it. Like, okay, now you have to wait 10 to 15 more days before you can see. Like now you know that what it's like to see, but you don't get to see. So now you have to wait. And I'm thinking about my poor son. His vision is like way worse than mine is. How it must have been for him during that time, like for all those years not being able to see. And then when he like knew that he could, but then still couldn't because he had to wait. Okay, let's get to a point, Callie. All right, some of you guys know what I'm talking about. Maybe some of you guys have already derived the point since I've been talking here. But there's things that are going on in your world that you don't even know are bad or that could be better because you just don't know. You have no idea. You have no idea that the letters that you see are blurry because it's just how you see and you think that's how everyone sees, but that's not how they see until you actually see it right. And then once you see it right, you're going to be blown away about what's out there for you. Isn't that crazy? This could apply to color blindness. Like you have no idea. Like you think that green looks like that when green doesn't actually look like that, but you're sure that it does, but it doesn't, right? And you don't know until you know. Do you guys know that they have those colorblind glasses now? I think I talked about that a few weeks ago, a month ago, 2 months ago, who knows, whatever. But you don't know until you know. And let's look at like your health, right? Because this applies to other areas of your life. It's not just your eyes, of course. But like, let's look at your health. This is something that I run into a lot, where people they have no idea that they don't feel good until they feel good. That's just how they feel. They just assume, this is just me. This is how I am. Are you looking for that one nipple?
I am.
I think it's in the, yep, and then there's a Tupperware.
Okay.
And then I think it's in there. That's how we talk. Like, I don't have to say words. I just say in, and my mom can read my mind. It's perfect. And we're over there looking for nipples. It's great. But so they don't know that they don't feel, like they don't know that they don't feel incredible, or they don't know that they feel crappy until they feel good. Has anybody experienced this before in your life at all? Like where you were low on energy, but you didn't know, and then you changed something. Maybe you started working out. Maybe you changed your diet a little bit. Maybe you started eating less sugar. And then a couple weeks pass, and you're like, holy crap, I feel freaking fantastic. And you can't say it any other way. Like, you're that jacked up about it. Like, oh, it's beautiful. Just like me with the words, right? Like, you're that excited about it. And then you pause for a second, and you're like, I didn't even know that I felt like crap. Like, I didn't even know that I felt bad until I felt good. Right? And a lot of us, you guys, are in this situation in our lives. And the challenging part is that we don't know that we don't feel great until we feel great. We don't know what like a certain level of intimacy feels like until we feel that. We don't know what true success feels like until we find it. Like, we don't even know that we're lacking for something. We don't even know that our life is missing something until we find it. So it's like, what comes first? The egg or the chicken? Like, how do I know if I don't know until I know? Like, Callie, you're not giving me any, like, this is not helpful at all. So maybe I feel like crap right now? Is that what you're saying? Maybe I could feel so much better. Maybe I could have such a better relationship. Maybe I could have so much more success in my life. Maybe I could see clear words, right? But I don't know that? Like, that's a challenge. And here's why we do this together every day, you guys. Here's why we go from here to here. Here's why we have discussions about what our ideal, most beautiful vision, crisp, clear, gorgeous vision of our lives could be. Because if we're not seeking it, we will never find it. If you're not seeking, if Kinsey didn't help me seek out clear vision, I would have headaches for the next couple years. And I seriously, I wouldn't have gone back. I wouldn't have done anything about it. Everything would be bouncing around, and I just would have dealt. And it would have been okay. I would have been fine, right? I would have gone through life, no problem. But now that I know, now that I freaking know, because we sought something out, we took action, and we discovered, now that I know, I get to see clearly. Like, I get to see it, right? And take an area of your life where you're like, I don't know if it's exactly what I want. It's probably not. If you're not quite sure if this is your dream vision world, like everything that you would want in your career, everything that you would want in your health, everything that you would want in your relationships, everything that you would want in your success and in your finances, if you don't feel like you're at that point, like maybe something's off, then something's off. You're probably just not clear on how definitive it is and what it's going to be like when you get to the other side. So today's lesson is just keep looking. You guys, that's all it is. Just keep seeking, keep looking, keep going after the discoveries. And then once you find it, you'll know. Okay, and for those of you that have found it, Tiffany, Melanie, Erin, all my friends that are joining here, Lauren, if you have found something, if you have discovered something, make sure you share, because other people might be going through a similar thing, and they're like, I didn't even know that wasn't normal. Like, your letters aren't supposed to do that. They're not supposed to be shadowbox. I shouldn't get a headache. Maybe I should just go get them checked. It could be that simple, right? And so one, share with other people, but two, be honest with your close friends. Like, you don't want to go walking down the street and be like, dude, you know what? You would have a lot more energy if you X, Y, Z. Like, that does not work. But your close friends, your family members, seek out helping one another. And that might be, if you know somebody who's like crazy low energy, who's Eyoring all over the place, maybe say, would you ever want to have a little bit more energy? Or somebody who's consistently complaining about the relationship that they're in, would you ever want to discover if you could have a more solid relationship? And it just starts with what we're doing here, right? Going from here to here. I'm trying to read all of your different comments because they're freaking fantastic. I love it. Okay, so here's what we've got. Leilani, how are you? I haven't seen you for a while. As you guys are jumping on, if you didn't catch the rest, you can go back and hear all the ridiculous stories, but we're going to tie it all together with, looking at your life. Where could you seek out greatness? And when you find greatness, identify that you're there and hold on to it. Hold on to it. Once you discover the energy, don't let it go. Once you discover the relationships, don't let it go. Once you discover the health, don't let it go. All right? If you are committed, you guys, this is going to sound funny because you're not actually committing to go to the eye doctor. I guess but that's what I want to say. Like I'm committed to making the appointment. Like I'm committed to discovering if there is something I need to discover. I'm committed to taking action and looking at that. So it's just little steps of action. That is all, my friends. And hopefully in a week or two, I'm coming at you with my new ojos on. And to be like a 39-year-old woman and never have wore glasses, that was a lot of freaking pressure to pick out glasses. BTW. Okay, do all your hearts, do all your loves, do all your beep, boop, boop, boop on the side. That's what you do. You push all the buttons like that and tell me that you love me and that I love you and you love each other. And let me know if you're committed. That's it. I'm committed to discovering. Thank you, Christine. See, I couldn't discover the word. I didn't know until I knew, and now I know because of you. Okay, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys. And by the way, there is a Facebook Live button. I found it.